Okay, we are going to finish 6.3. What have we been talking about so far?
Sorry for asking.
What have we been talking about so far?
You see,
We've been doing this for like a week and a half.
What are we talking about?
compound.
We've been talking about compounds. What are we talking about the compounds? Combining them and naming them, yes? Naming them? That's what we've been doing for like 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. We've only been naming one type of compound.
Poly.
It has polyatomic ions sometimes, but
Covalent compounds?
covalent is the not one we've been doing.
Oh, ionic.
Ionic. I heard someone say it.
Organic.
Ionic. We've been naming ionic compounds. Okay, so that's what we've been naming, ionic.
Polymers.
No, this is not 6.4. We're on 6.3. You should have your, okay. 6.3. The other one we've been, okay, so then the next one we need to do is covalent, yes? Okay, guys, I need us to focus. Okay? You're making this video longer than it needs to be. Okay? We're naming covalent. We've been doing ionic, right? Charges, cation, anion, polyatomic ion, all that good stuff. Covalent is a different type, okay? Now, there's a main thing that happens with covalent compounds. They do something different with their electrons than ionic. Does anyone remember? This is a throwback to like 6.1.
Wait, what?
What do they do differently with their valence electrons?
I'm guessing
They share them. Take one.
they transfer them.
Okay, so share and transfer are the two things, but which one goes to which?
Covalent shares ionic transfers. Ooh.
Share, transfer. Okay.
Nerd.
So throwback to 6 point whatever. With ionic, the metal gives away or loses electrons to the nonmetal. I have a positive charge, I have a negative charge. They attract, ionic bond, right? Whereas with sharing electrons with covalent compounds, they share them in the middle and then they're bonded that way, okay? So that's what we're talking about today, okay? Covalent compounds. Now, covalent compounds form between nonmetals, okay? Remind me, where are the nonmetals on the periodic table?
They're typically
Right side.
Right side, let's be a little more specific, top or bottom?
Under the
They're
staircase.
above the staircase.
Above the stair, so top right.
I was close.
Top right. So some examples of nonmetals would be carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, bromine, oxygen, fluorine,
Hydrogen.
helium, hydrogen. The one exemption on the other side.
Floyd.
Okay.
For one of our like
hydrogen.
lab things, can we just like suck up a bunch of helium and have really high voices?
Maybe never.
Oh, that's like really
Last
bad.
week.
It's not really bad for you. It's just
I did that for the first time the other day.
It's only dangerous if you overdose on it.
right. Okay. Anyway, nonmetals. So these covalent bonds are going to form when nonmetals bond to each other. So instead of having a metal and a nonmetal, we just have two nonmetals, okay? And they can share electrons, okay? And so here's the important thing. Covalent compounds have an entirely different naming system. This, what we're about to learn, there are no charges. There's no Roman numerals. There's no math, okay? It's totally different from what we learned, okay? So take what we learned, put it in a separate box, make a new box in your brain, and this new information goes in a separate box.
Greek numerals.
Okay? Yes, there are going to be Greek prefixes.
Actually?
Oh, did you? Oh, you're saying Greek. Greek prefixes. I'm going to get there.
He said Roman, and so like the opposites of Roman are kind of Greek.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Okay,
Is that Nolan Davis?
here is why, hey, focus. Here's why we need a new naming system, okay? So for example, let's say nitrogen and oxygen are going to bond together, okay? This is a nonmetal bonding with another nonmetal, okay? Let me show you all the different compounds that they could form together.
Baby Floyd. No.
Please tell me.
I have NO, we have N2O, we have NO2, N2O3, N2O4, N2O5. If I called this, hold on, let me finish, okay? If I call this nitrogen oxide, that's a really bad naming system because I have no idea what you're talking about. To a chemist or to anyone, these are 6 different chemicals. So we need a better naming system than just something like nitrogen oxide. Okay? So to fix this problem, question?
It won't tell us this. It's just telling us no. Over and over.
To fix this problem, we're going to use prefixes. Okay? So prefixes are certain parts of the word that are going to tell us how many of each atom there is, okay? So I have a list of them here. I don't think these are in your 6-3 notes. We need to write them down. You're going to need these later today, and you're going to need them on the
In the
quiz.
6-4
That's
notes.
in
Okay.
6-4 now.
Yeah.
I promise they're not.
They are.
I promise they're not. I know what you're thinking of. It's different.
It's not the
Wait,
alkane.
It's not alkane. I promise you it's different.
I don't have
Wait,
notes
go
on
back.
here.
I need to write it down.
I can't even find it.
Like, I don't have room.
You need to get out something to write this on. I'm going to write them on the board. We're going to talk about them together, and then you can take a picture. Okay. But we should write them down. Okay, if I have one atom of a certain element in the covalent compound, okay, this is covalent, okay, we're going to use the prefix mono.
Wait.
Okay, if you're watching on the video, write this in your notes. Hi, Caitlin. Okay, mono. If I have two atoms of a certain element, what means two?
Dose.
Yes, in Spanish. Say what?
Bye.
Bi means it. We're going to use the other one, die.
Die.
Right?
That's mean to say.
Try.
When you divide, you break it up. I don't know if that's where that comes from. 3 is try. Good job.
Oh my god, I'm so good. Thank you.
What do you call a bike with 3 wheels?
The try.
A tricycle. Exactly. Okay, for 4 atoms, we're going to use tetra. You ever played the game Tetris?
Yes.
It's called Tetris because you're trying to get rid of 4 rows at once.
5. Penta.
Penta is 5. Very good.
Like a pentagram.
Pentagram?
It has 5. Like
Pentagon?
no, a pentagram.
Pentagon.
I always think of a pentagram. I know it's like not a good symbol, but like the 5
Has 5 points?
Yeah, that's how I remember. And then the Star of David has like I think 6.
Like this?
No, that's a pentagon.
This is a pen. Are you talking about something different?
The pentagram is like, yeah, it's like the circle thing that
Okay,
they do to like
okay.
worship Satan or something.
Okay, that's false.
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
I just said or something. I don't
6.
know, it's just what is it
6
commonly known as?
is hexa. I'm realizing that on the video these might be like backwards, so sorry, you'll have to pause and figure out write it correctly. 7, hepta, H-E-P-T-A, hepta,
Minus B.
no. 8, octa, octa, okay. 9, what'd you say? Nina, that's actually close. It's nana.
No, 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 no.
A 9-sided shape is a nonagon. Okay, 10, deca. We already did octa. How many years are in a decade? How many events are in a decathlon? 10.
825.
Wow, okay, Byron, so funny. Hilarious. We got this written down?
6, 3, 5, 4, 9.
You're gonna memorize this?
Wait, I need to
Don't
take a
erase it
picture.
yet. It's already memorized.
Good.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Take a picture if you need it, although I don't know why you would take a picture if you just wrote it down.
3.159.
What about it?
3.14159. Continue it.
I don't know.
Do you not know the number?
Ash 5
The numbers apart.
I know. It's 9-2, right?
6.
I got it to like 25 on like a quiz guesser.
I can only remember 3.14159 because that's.
I think it's 9-2, yeah.
9265 8539. Whoa,
Go
this is
for it.
choke.
We good? I'm about to erase.
No.
Wait, I need a picture.
You just wrote it down.
Yeah, but I need it as a picture because that's more.
Take a picture of your notes.
Grace,
No,
is
thank
this
you.
food?
I'm erasing in 3 seconds.
Give me like 5.
2.
Yeah. Grace,
Jackson, stop.
Aiden, hurry up.
Okay, here we go.
Got it. Let's
Go.
I was writing it down the whole
Okay.
go. It's a very zoomed in picture of Mr.
We are going to use these prefixes to name covalent compounds. Okay, step 1. If I give you the chemical formula and I want you to name it, there are 2 steps. Step 1. Name the first element with the prefix. Unless there's only one, we never use mono for the first element. Okay? I would write this down. Step 2. Name the second element with the right prefix and then use the IDE ending. Okay? It's for the, if it would be for the second element. Have you heard of carbon monoxide?
Wait, so if there's like 2 hydrogens
It would be dihydrogen or dihydride.
and then there's 1 oxygen,
Monoxide.
You got
Monoxide.
Monoxide.
Yes.
So hydrogen, I just said hydrogen.
Mono these nuts in your mouth.
Instead of saying hydrogen monoxide, I said hydrogen.
We're gonna do some examples. Are we writing this down?
Don't question me.
No.
This is definitely on the quiz on Friday.
I don't have one.
Can you say that one more
You
time?
can take a picture.
It's on the quiz on Friday.
Tell us the quiz is on
Emily,
Friday. Carson, you don't have to go through your app.
How about you be quiet?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
How do you
You ever know, I may wanna go
I'm
on
just
to
so
something else.
the other day.
This class.
Look, it's literally right here.
Yeah,
Look at
so
that.
why don't you do that?
Boy,
on
what's your
God?
favorite
Because
class?
anyway, it's more fun.
It just.
I do that too sometimes.
Who's helping you?
Okay, I'm moving on in 10 seconds. You cannot use phone notes for the quiz. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I know, I'm gonna write it down.
Why don't you erase my beautiful picture of you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let's do some examples. Okay, here are some compounds. I want to name them, and by I want to name them, I want you to name them. Okay, what element is in? What element is in? How many? Not nitrate. Nitrogen. How many are there? So what prefix do I use? Dinitrogen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Tetroxide.
Tetra. So okay. So right. Listen. Hey, I need people to listen. Listen. Dinitrogen. Tetra. Oxide. We use the IDE in it.
Can you say tetroxide?
Yes, so I'm glad you asked that. For oxygen, we usually take the A off the prefix. So instead of tetraoxide, you say tetroxide. Okay, so the name of this compound is dinitrogen tetroxide.
How did I get that right?
Okay, you literally just count the atoms and put it in the name. It's very straightforward.
You're just making my
This should be easier.
less and less.
What about this one?
Nitrogen dioxide. You said eight.
Do I use mono for the first element?
No.
No. So it's just nitrogen dioxide. Very good.
A name for one.
Because
For the second one.
for the
Lydia.
second element.
Lydia.
Come on, Lydia.
Slow on the uptake.
Hey, stop. Come on, guys.
Come on,
Dinitrogen
Monoxide.
monoxide. So I use mono for the next one. Notice I didn't put monooxide.
Like
I
a
just
monomial.
put monoxide.
Wait,
Yes.
so use it on the first letters. If it has only one, then you don't want one.
I know it.
Right. Okay. What about this one? Dinitrogen
Pentoxide.
pentoxide. Sound right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I heard that.
What's SI?
I heard that.
That's silicon.
What you said about
Silicon dioxide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. S is.
Sulfur.
F is fluoride.
Hexafluoride. Hexafluoride.
Sulfur hexafluoride. Very nice. Good.
That's a long word.
What's P?
Pushy.
Phosphorus.
Diphosphorus.
Diphosphorus. Cl.
Tetrachloride.
Tetrachloride.
Oh my gosh.
You thought that was long. This one's even longer. Diphosphorus tetrachloride.
You expect us to write that down and spell
Yes.
everything correctly?
Yes, because you can sound it out.
I can't.
Okay? Diphosphorus tetrachloride. Does this make sense? Okay, let's go the other way.
Whatever happened to element?
Let's say I give you a name and you need to figure out the chemical formula, okay? There's only one step for that. If I give you a name and you're going to the chemical formula, you just need to use the prefixes to figure out the subscripts. Okay?
Should be easy. That's easy.
Should be easy. I'll give you 10 seconds to write that down if you want. If you don't need to write it down, then just wait 10 seconds.
And you know what, boy?
What?
Should be. I don't know. There was a point and then I forgot it mid-sentence.
We love that.
Who's Peppa the Pig, by the way?
It's Peppa Pig, actually.
Peppa the Pig. Okay, help me out. Nitrogen trihydride.
You be the one helping us out. You're the chemist.
I mean, if we help you out, technically we're the teacher.
Oh, wait.
Hydride means hydrogen. So it's H, right?
So it's just H3.
NH3.
NH3. I have one N and three H's.
That is so easy.
This is supposed to be way easier than the other ones, okay? So there you go. This is the whole
Why do they
thing.
do this for all of them?
Well, because you can't name them the same way.
H2O.
H2O, that's it.
And water.
It's water. This is the scientific name for water.
That's so crazy.
For the first one,
I'm gonna annoy my parents.
for the
so
second
much
one you
with
do.
this. I'm gonna go with some I need some dihydrogen monoxide.
There you go. Okay. Phosphorus pentachloride.
I want some H2O right
P.
CL5.
Cl5. Okay. Iodine heptafluoride. I.
What's hepta?
What's
Seven.
hepta? 7. I have 7. Okay, I'm moving on. Sulfur hexafluoride, that was on the last one. S.
Tell that people want to believe it.
SF6.
Hexa means 6, right? Good. Carbon dioxide.
CO2.
Carbon monoxide.
CO.
CO. Do we understand?
Yes.
Do we have questions? No questions?
So,
That is the end of 6-3. Okay?
Wait, is the band picture doing that?